Hey guys, it's Peter the Jason Segel and Scott Pilgrim fan here. In tonight's video, I'm going to be doing another sleuth video. Tonight's sleuth video is going to be on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Anyways guys, here we go. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Wow, this is a very good movie series. I'm going to go through my rankings for all of the movies right now, beginning with the original, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, a horror classic. This is the introduction of Leatherface, perhaps a classic killer, a classic horror movie character who would pave the way for characters like Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, and Freddy Krueger. Leatherface is a very good character, and he just proves it. The director this is perhaps features some fantastic directing from Toby Hooper, and he does fantastic. Anyways, this is going to get a 4 on my ranking list. Next up, we have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. This is perhaps a good movie, I believe. It has some elements of good stuff thrown in here, and yeah, Hooper's back. And yeah, this movie is going to perhaps get a 5 on my ranking list. No, it's going to get a 6 on my ranking list, actually. So, anyways, next up we have Leatherface, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. This is perhaps quite scary, and it is somewhat very good. And yeah, anyways, this is made by New Line Cinema, and yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna give this movie will get a 5 on my ranking list. Next up, we have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Next Generation, or The Return of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This movie features some fantastic performances from some acclaimed actors like Renee Zellweger, who also starred in Bridget Jones's Diary, and Jerry Maguire, as well as Matthew McConaughey, who also starred in Tropic Thunder, Magic Mike, Dallas Buyers Club, Killer Joe, and The Paperboy. He does a fantastic job in this movie. Not quite like Matthew McConaughey's character, and this movie is going to get a 3 on my ranking list. And next up, we have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. Released in 2003, this movie features some fantastic performances from Jessica Biel, who does fantastic, as well as Ali Ermey, who also played Gunnery Sergeant Hartman in Full Metal Jacket. Ali Ermey does fantastic as Sheriff Hoyt, and this features some fantastic directing from Marcus Nispel, and features some fantastic producing by Michael Bay. Of course, this movie is made for his production company, Platinum Dunes. Platinum Dunes also made remakes of movies like The Amityville Horror, Friday the 13th, A Nightmare on Elm Street, and The Hitcher. So anyways, this is going to get a 1 on my ranking list. Awesome remake. Next up, we have the prequel, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Beginning. Once again, Ali Ermey does a fantastic job in this movie, and I quite like the cast in this, including Jordana Brewster, who also was in Fast and Furious. And yeah, anyways, this is a very good horror movie prequel. That's going to get a 2 on my ranking list. And next up, we have Texas Chainsaw 3D, directed by John Lewson. And this movie is actually a good movie. It is directed by John Lucenhop, who also directed Takers, and yeah, this is the first film to be made by Millennium. And anyways, this movie's going to perhaps get a 7 on my ranking list. Next up, Leatherface from 2017. This is perhaps the most scariest of the series. It features a fantastic performance from Stephen Dorff, who also was in Blade. Anyways, perhaps this is the most scariest, so it's going to get an 8 on my ranking list. Last but not least, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the Netflix movie. This is perhaps good. It's a good movie, good Netflix movie, something enjoyable, entertaining. Gonna get a 9th place on my ranking list. Overall, a very good movie series. So, do you know who likes some of these movies? Me. I like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. why the character Leatherface is actually a very good horror movie character. And of course, I quite enjoy the remake of this movie of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I thought it was something spectacular. And yeah, perhaps one of the best horror movie remakes in my opinion, along with the 2004 Dawn of the Dead movie, among many others. So yeah, anyways, do you know who doesn't like and or hates these movies? Well, nobody that I know of. So the Texas Chainsaw Massacre rocks. And so does The Hills Have Eyes.